fellow YouTuber, a good friend of mine, um, said I should call myself the Realist because I keep it real, I guess. So thank you to my good friend. I don't know if I should say her name, but I'll say her channel name, Simply LB. Thank you for the realist part, because people ask me how did I come up with the title for my channel, and I said a fellow YouTuber gave me the name, and I said I would let you know, Miss LB, that you are the one that had given me the realist part, that I should call my channel the realist part. Well, not the realist, Michael the realist, and I liked it. And for a while there, I did flip that part around. I put Michael the realist. To me that would register in my head. But anyways, I realized no, the way you told me to put it is the way that's the right way. But I just wanted to get it out there and tell you thank you for that. And anyways, I'm gonna talk about this important thing. After 48 years, why I have finally given my life to Jesus Christ and God. And of course, I'm not gonna change overnight, but it's time that Michael Finley changes my ways of thinking and to be really truly happy and blessed and stuff like that is I need Jesus Christ and God in my life. And I asked Pastor Al, the Rose Life Father Rose, her father is a registered pastor, and two different times on their live chat, yes, Rose and I of the Rose Life are friends again. I realized I did apologize to her when I did that live broadcast, but I don't want to talk about that. That's in the past, as I said. I'm learning about the past is the past. Let it go. I'm learning that stuff too. So that's what this live chat's about. I know I didn't announce it. I might not even get any viewers, but that's fine. I'm willing to accept the responsibility because I did not pre-announce that I was going to do a live. I was not going to plan. I haven't done a live chat on StreamYard since my birthday when I got butchered, hated on, and stuff like that. I wasn't afraid to come back. That kind of is what started me thinking I need to change my ways. So thanks to the trolls and the haters is what actually got me to open my eyes and see that I need to change. I know they're hurtful meaning, but I didn't get mad on my birthday because the hateful things they were saying to me. I'm used to that kind of hate and dislike and disrespect. That's all I heard throughout my life. But anyways, I was more upset that my population bros had to see that hate and stuff. I didn't want them getting mad on my behalf, but then they're grown people. I cannot tell them how to feel and react. But I was mad because they were seeing that, not because me. Like I said, I'm used to that. But anyways, I'm not gonna let it bother me anymore. Why should they get that power? Yeah, I'm sure I'll still react a certain way, but that's just feeding their happiness and their joy is what they want, right? And I'm not for that. My happiness and joy is coming from Jesus Christ and God. They're the main ones, so that's what this is about. So I'm gonna wait till I get at least one viewer, but it's all good. I'm feeling happier. Pastor Al told me that yes, the devil's gonna try and still want me on his side, and I've decided no, no more. I need Jesus Christ and God in my life, and that's what I choose to do. Again, it's my choice, not anybody in my family, not no siblings, not nieces and nephews, not no friends. If my mom and dad were still alive, or more my dad, because my mom left when I was 14. Um, I need uh, somebody much stronger than my earthly father. I can't talk. My earthly father here, in order to be better and be saved. I might act, and Kelly Santee Designs. when I sent her a birthday card, I think it was, or a thank you card or something. I think it was a birthday card. The way she laughed and reacted, so sweet, so kind. She touched my heart because it touched her heart. You know, you can watch that video if you want. Um, oh yeah, so it was her birthday thing for a giveaway, I believe it was, and I was number because she said once I have 35 birthday cards or birthday wishes to her, um, she would start her giveaway, and I was number 35 that she received when she received my card, and she did a thank you video for it, and love the way she reacted, so cute and nice. You know, it was all good. So I kept my birthday background. It's just a tablecloth, vinyl tablecloth from the Dollar Tree. I like it. I like colors. I like balloons and stuff like that. You know, what inner child in an adult doesn't like balloons and colorful balloons? You know, and when I do rainbow love, it has nothing to do with my lifestyle. That's just my lifestyle. The only flag I will love and respect is the American flag. I will not have any other kind of flag in my home other than maybe to honor my grandparents' memory and stuff like that. But they were. But I don't claim to be any of those ethnicities because I was born here in the United States of America. So I am an American, proud American, but I'm not a selfish prejudice. And yeah, I seen prejudice on this channel, and I seen hateful towards women, but I'm not. It's a trigger from what my mom used to tell me and do to me. That's the trigger. And since I never got therapy or help for what she did to me for 3 years, the emotional, verbal abuse from her continued. Like I said, so 14 when she left in April on my dad's birthday, in fact, because his birthday is in April also, and a week and a half before my birthday comes, or 2.5 weeks, whatever. Anyways, excuse me, I am doing that. So for that reason, I will forgive her one more time, and hopefully that has to be the last time. On her birthday, December 9th, I talked to her. On Mother's Day, I will talk to her in spirit. I'm not ashamed. I'm SMI, so I'm talking to myself. Well, that's normal. I guess. I'm not schizophrenic. I have been diagnosed as schizoaffective. But when I notice that I realize I'm talking to myself, I stop because I said, no, I'm not that bad. I don't want to get what people think I'm cuckoo, you know, really out there. But yes, I have my issues with my mental illnesses. SMI stands for serious mental illness, but I'm not a danger to anybody else or myself. I might say out of frustration and whatever, anger, because I always speak before I think. That's another issue why I want to change. I know that it sounds, again, I do not hate women. I do not bash women, but when women make me feel a certain way, and that takes me back to like their uh, substitute version of my mother, and I get angry at that memory of my mother doing and saying things to me that I'm not realizing that you ladies are the innocent ones, but again, women, female, just the word, okay, not the ladies on here or anywhere in the world. It's just knowing that a female is making me feel a certain type of way, the way my mom used to make me feel. It's a trigger, and I blow up and I say those very bad things, those very bad, disrespectful things, and I don't mean it. Again, I never got therapy for that, but my mom did and stuff. So, again, that's why I need to give my life to Jesus Christ and God. For He is the only one that can really, truly heal me, right? So, there you go. Again, that's the reason, again, for uh, my change. My health is not improving, my physical health. On the 27th of this month, I have ultrasound for my heart to see if I have any blockage in my arteries because of family history. My dad had a heart attack And his mother, my grandmother, had a massive heart attack that she did not survive, and she was also diabetic. So when I spoke to the cardiologist a couple of weeks ago, she said because of your family history and because you're diabetic and you have high blood pressure, um, I want to have an ultrasound done on your heart. So a couple of days ago, I set up transportation to. I hope they show up because my insurance is not a very good insurance, health insurance, and they tell me they're coming, then they don't show up, and the last thing I want is to get stressed out, get my heart working faster, and add anxiety to that stress, and go with my heart rate going fast while having the ultrasound. I don't want them to think that I'm having a heart attack or pre something, pre heart attack or whatever, mild heart attack or whatever, when that's not the case. I want to be nice and calm as much as I can be and go because I have three different forms of anxiety and agoraphobia. And agoraphobia is the fear of leaving your safety place, which is my home, my apartment. But, anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say. Again, I have chosen to give my life to Jesus Christ and God. And again, it's my personal choice, nobody's choice on here. No, not any of my siblings, not my nieces and nephews, not any so-called friends here in Arizona, Tucson. But it is what it is, and again, it's my choice. If you don't like that I'm gonna change for the better, well, bye. I don't want negative people here anymore. Because I'm trying to surround myself with positive people. Oh my God, have you seen? Uh, See, I grew up to put the woman before a man or the lady before the man, so that's why I would see leg journeys. I always will put Robin, her name first, and then her husband's name Chet because I'm putting the lady before the male. That's how I grew up knowing to be respectful. You always put the woman before the man, always put the children before the woman or the lady or mother and then the father of the man. That's how I grew up knowing it to be, or that's how I taught myself to understand where from my learning disability, my comprehension is bad, my coordination is bad, but comprehension is my issue. And sometimes when I'm on a live chat and I see, sometimes I will not put a comment on any of your videos that fellow YouTubers that have channels. I will give a thumbs up because I either cannot think of something to say and I don't like repeating myself. And sometimes a lot of people misconstrue my words when I mean it in a nice way or something and it comes out sounding sarcastic and hateful or disrespectful when I don't mean it to be. That's the only way my mind thinks to um, understand how you guys are asking the question or what I read. I can't help it. I have a learning disability. I don't know how learning disabilities are created or made, but I've had it since I was a very young little boy, and it was a lot worse then. I'm borderline now as when I was a teenager, young adult, and grown man. It's borderline. I don't know if it could ever be, uh, you know, cured or whatever, but I'm 57, and 3 more years I'll be 60, which I'm looking forward to if God and Jesus Christ lets me have that will to live to see the last final ages of my 50s, 58, 59, and then go into my 60s and live until God calls me home. Until then, um, I don't want to have a heart attack. Who wants a heart attack? From what I've heard, it's bad. How I ended up with this cough is a little bit of a cough from the sinus infection. Then I started having bad backaches. I guess it's the change of weather, getting colder, because it's 39 degrees here in Tucson, Arizona. 1 hour ago it was. And this old man cannot stand severe cold, and I sure cannot stand the severe heat during summertime because once I became once I was diagnosed in 2006 that I am now diabetic, type 2 diabetic, I cannot handle the heat anymore. It's too powerful. It's too strong. But I will never leave my birth town of Tucson, Arizona. I was born here. My parents were born here. So my family is here. My siblings are here. Nieces and nephews are here. So that's my reason why I'm not going to leave. And all the horror and nightmares life I've had as a child and adult growing up here, those people are not going to have the power to chase me out of here and move somewhere else. I always say, "Oh, I'd like to live here and there," but I cannot let them. I cannot give them that power. Let's just say it like that. Michael the Realist is here to stay in Tucson, Arizona, and I will die here, hopefully in Tucson, Arizona, peacefully. Everybody wants to go in their sleep. I'm not afraid of dying. It's the unknown way that I'm gonna die that's the scary part. And I get premonitions because they say people have gone through many traumas as a young child, develop senses that they didn't have before or were not born with. And I get premonitions. And the way I saw that I was going to die was in a car crash on the mountainside. I was not driving, but a woman with curly hair, brown, and glasses in a white van hits the front end of my friend, the driver. And of course, it hits the grill, but more on my side. I see that I slam my head into part of the windshield and that one panel that where the door is at, that when it closes, it's right there, that panel, that plastic. And I see, I feel pain for exactly 7 seconds, and boom, I'm gone. So I suffer in that accident for 7 seconds, then my life is over with. So I don't plan to be friends with that person, and because I saw them, because I got to live, but I got to die. I got killed, but it was not time for me to go yet by God's choice. That's what I felt. And so when I woke up from that premonition, I had it on my nose was bleeding on, I think it was my left side. No, it would have been my right side. So no mountain sight, no beautiful, even though as much as I love being up in the mountains and seeing the forest and whatever, no, it's not worth it. I'll watch it on TV. I don't watch the news still. And again, I finally found out my purpose in life and why I always disliked and stopped believing in God and Jesus Christ at 9 years old when I was sexually molested, because there was 4 adult witnesses in my neighborhood and they did absolutely nothing, and I hated them. And I used to say, blame God, because a child doesn't know who else to blame. Maybe a child wouldn't blame God, but this child did, because I always felt disrespected by the Catholic Church and catechism and anything, but I don't want to go into that right now. I was framed in the 90s by a detective within the police department to frame this innocent SMI man. I said, "Oh, good God Almighty, is anyone worth being mentally ill and SMI here in Tucson, Arizona, especially for this human being right here, that they made me feel less than human and stuff?" The paramedics that came and got me early Tuesday morning, one of the paramedics said, "He's the one I was telling you about." What he meant by that, I don't know. I was in too much pain to question him, because that's another reason. Sometimes when I really need to call 911 to go to the emergency room, I will not. And I take a chance with my life that I could possibly die, but it's because of attitudes like them that I don't want to deal with it, because they could always say, "Oh, well, he's mentally ill, he's SMI, he's being delusional." Well, what proof am I going to have? I don't have backup here. I'm not going to record them because that's illegal, I was told. But I feel that's the only way I would have proof. And if I could tell beforehand what they're going to say, I just always fear I'm going to get disrespected by them. And that's the attitude of the people here in Tucson, Arizona. Some of them, paramedics, are good. Yes, I give them that. Blessings to them that they. But when I hear, because I took private investigation in college in the 90s, and I've always was able to observe everything. Even as a child, I saw my future child molester. He didn't belong there. I knew the people in my neighborhood. Every day I would go to that little Chinese market in our neighborhood, and It was a block away from where I lived, so I knew my mom and dad would send Bubba and I or myself, and we'd go get them their cigarettes and whatever else they needed. The people there at the little market knew us, and they knew that we didn't smoke and sell. We're children. We didn't do that stuff, so they trusted us that we were taking the cigarettes to my parents, or well, my mom wanted cigarettes, and then she bribed me with, you can get yourself a couple of candy bars, so of course I'm not going to turn that down. But anyways, that's kind of the unfortunate day that I went by myself on my bike. I was going to go not swimming. I was going to just wet my feet in the pool at the park up the street, a block away from our house. Excuse me. And then, so I was just wearing trunks, nothing else, no shirt, no pants, no socks, no shoes, obviously, you know. And I rode my bike in just my little trunks. And I went and I see this man standing there asking people about they use that word, a puppy, okay? So please, if your child ever tells you, oh, this man helped me, ask me to help him or her, I don't know, but I think child molesters are mainly men, but I know there's some women. I mean, I don't know any personally from what they say in the newspaper, news, and stuff like that. Another reason why I don't watch the news. So I found out my purpose. The reason why I guess I was not murdered by him after he molested me, thanks to those 4 witnesses. They were just as guilty as he was. So I would forgive him anytime over them. And then I questioned God, and from there, age of 9 to recently, a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I realized God's not to blame. It was the act of man, the evil of man. It's actions that harm me, not God. But again, if I blame God, God will take care of me later. But he's kind of like the way my mind thinks. It's safer to get angry at God than somebody that can have a gun on them and not be showing it and pull it out and kept me, and stuff. But I just want to be, if you're children or somebody you know in the neighborhood that's a child, no matter how old they are, up to the age of 18, they're still a child. Up to the age of 19 and 20, they're still a child. 21, I start accepting that they're a young adult. Then, not at 18, they're mature for what they were previously as a young child, but they're still a child. But once they hit 21, to me, that's the first year that they become an actual adult to me. So it is what it is again, and I hope you all like this change in me. Well, I'm not doing it for any of you. I have to do it for myself. But be happy for me that I am willing to change. And again, Pastor Al told me that the devil's gonna be attacking me even more because I'm not on his side anymore. I want to be better. I want to be good. I'm entitled to that, and I want whoever loves me or cares for me to be happy for me, be blessed for me, and not question me why I decided to do this. If that person knows who I'm talking to, a certain sibling of mine, because I sent them a text saying that I was going to do a unexpected live, and just put it out there that I'm entitled to that. And I said, you didn't birth me and stuff like that. My mom and dad did. They're gone. My dad died believing that I did not believe in God. And it's too late for me to tell him I do believe in God, because then he said, no, you don't. So that's why I stayed kind of like stuck in my head. Well, my dad didn't believe that I believe in God in a way. So I have to stay not believing. Again, that's my mentality, way of thinking. Not for any of you to say, well, no, you're wrong. I have to realize that I was wrong. am mistaken, but I hope that God, Jesus Christ, will let my dad know that your son does believe in us or me. I get confused. I cannot put Jesus Christ as God's son because then, in my old way of thinking, God killed his own son, had his own son killed. Doesn't that make God a murderer? That's my thinking. Okay, I'm not telling you to think that way. That's me, my mentality, and my comprehension is saying, oh, God killed his own son. God's a murderer. He's not any innocent than any of us sinners that the murderers here. But that's, again, my mentality from my bad comprehension from my learning disability. And I'm not holding any of you accountable. It's not any of your fault. Even I could be friends with a devil worshiper or a Satanist or whatever. That's their choice. That's their given God. That's whatever. I can respect that. It's not my place to judge. It's not my place to hate. I cannot. That's one thing I stay true to what I learned in catechism and church and from my parents. You don't judge anybody. My mother was prejudiced against gay men, but her niece was a lesbian and she loved her. So I don't know what the hell, what the heck's the difference? See, I stopped myself with it. But again, Pastor Al said, baby steps will get you there to where I really need to be. He prayed for me when I told him about the ultrasound on my heart. And then last week on Rosa's Live, last Friday was Christmas. Sorry, Rose, I forget what it's called. And Pastor Al, I'm sorry. The live chat, I wasn't on the panel like I used to be, but I was in the, like you will be here. And I just, he offered and said, is there anybody here that seriously wants to give their life to Christ? And I told him, yes, Pastor Al, I really need to have that relationship again. I really want to change. And that's why I'm here, to let you all know again that after 48 years, I am finally going to be having that respectful relationship with Jesus Christ and God. And again, it's my choice, not yours, sibling. And again, be happy for me. I'm trying to have better health. I'm trying to have a better, happier life. I don't allow myself to be happy. I believe I will not be happy in this lifetime, but in my next lifetime up in heaven, I will be. Before I decided to give my life to Jesus Christ and God. Again, I always said, if I'm not happy in this lifetime, I don't believe I'll be happy in my next. So that's what life taught me here in Tucson, Arizona, the experiences I've had, and I would never wish any of this type of pain, hurt, crying, and growing to be hateful and never judging. I might make a remark here and there, but I will take it back. Might not be the same day or something, but it could be 10 years later. But eventually, when I do realize that I was in the wrong, I will go back and I will apologize, and that I will admit my mistake and my misinformation of what was being said. Because again, like I said, my mind only thinks a certain way. But yeah, I don't know any better way, but I want to be a living example, a visual example, an audio type of example of if your children are acting a certain way or you see kind of not a resemblance in looks, you don't want them cursed, but if you see behaviors, I guess, because I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychotherapist or whatever, psychologist, I'm only speaking from my personal experiences and letting you know why I am the way I am, because either from not getting treatment of mental treatment for those crimes, but when I was sexually molested by that man in 74, I was 9 years old. I didn't get therapy for a reason why is because I kept it to myself. How I survived all them years from age 9 to age 21 when I finally told my dad, because I broke down crying in the car when we were going to go somewhere, and he asked me, why are you crying? And my dad got mad at me. He said, "Why didn't you ever tell me? I would have grabbed my shotgun and I would have hunted the SOB down." But I kept it to myself. I don't know how I dealt with it, because I'm sure I went into some kind of shock, but I guess it was God and Jesus Christ that had me by the hand or whatever were leading me. But at that time, I just refused to not acknowledge God. I just felt that I didn't have to say God or Jesus Christ. Yes, I celebrate Christmas and Easter. That's one little part of what I felt I could hold on to, not for gifts or candy and stuff like that. I know the meaning of Christmas. I know the meaning of Easter. But that was one thing I would not allow evil to take away from me. And growing up Catholic, but I was never a practicing Catholic, except when I was a little boy. I was, I'm not gonna say forced to go to church. That was the job of parents, I guess, to make sure your kids have a faith and stuff like that. But what child that has a learning disability? I didn't know it was called learning disability. I just knew that I was different thinking wise and heard things differently and was pronounced differently and stuff. But I know that I can only get better with, again, Jesus Christ and God in my life, and not without them, or else I'll be walking lost for the rest of my life, and I don't want that. My brain is kind of there already, being SMI, but I'm I'm pretty intelligent because I took the entrance exam at a junior college, Pima Community College here in Tucson in the 90s, and I was told that my scores were so high that I could skip junior college and be a freshman at the University of Arizona. And to be accepted into a university, you got to be smart. But since my mom used to call me dumb and stupid, and some of my classmates and some other relatives from my mom's side made me feel so dumb, and the words I heard from my mom, that I don't know nothing else about myself but to be negative and hate myself and no self-esteem. And when some of you population bros give me compliments, I do appreciate them and I love it. And it makes me smile and it makes me happy. And I don't want to tear up because I'm starting to, but um, I was just never given the credit and was accepted for being smart. So, and then I think I used to confuse being positive. I think I used to call that being negative because I was trying to figure out the math type of it. Positive equals positive, and positive is positive, or whatever, negative and negative is negative, or something in a math form, but in my thought, thinking wise, so I think I confuse when I'm being positive, I think I titled it negative, and vice versa. When I'm being negative, I think I accidentally titled it positive. So that's why good things and blessings happen to me when I'm being negative, which would be my positive thinking. And when things are going all wrong and stuff like that, and bad, and accidents and pain or whatever, that would be my negative. But in my mind, it was me being positive. So, if I say I'm negative today, but you see me smiling and happy, just know that I mistitled it as negative instead of being positive. It's always been like that for me, and I don't know. I just don't want innocent little children harmed. I'm sick of seeing that. That's why I cannot watch the news. Other innocent children are taken, harmed, sexually molested, murdered, and they went through hell like I did. I was never kidnapped, but I did get sexually molested, but I was not killed. Other innocent children are killed, and I feel guilty every day since the age of 9 that I got to live, but I lived through a daily hell every day since the age of 9 to now. Those children's nightmare are over. They're already with God and Jesus Christ. Their suffering is over with. Mine continues. That's why I cannot watch the news, because why should I be alive that has a shitty life, and these innocent little children have every right to be alive and have a life of their own, to be grown up and stuff, and they were killed because of a nasty, perverted fucker. Sorry, I don't want to. I know I'm trying to be better, but like I said, I've been like this since the age of 9 to now 57. So you do the math. I'm not going to do the math and confuse me. Excuse me. To confuse myself. But I'm dealing with a kidney stone now. So, and the doctor in the emergency room told me mid Tuesday morning that it's 6 millimeters big, and he said if it passes, it'll take about 45 days. If not, it's going to have to be surgically treated. And I've gone through that in 2013, and they put a stent in me to widen my urethra, and that was painful because I was awake when they were removing it, and I saw the little cable thing with the little pinchers, and they were going to go in through the opening of my penis, and I felt it. I could feel it in between. It was in my left side, because it was my left kidney also then. To remove that big size kidney stone. I've had a tumor on my liver in 2018 when they did the MRI. They found a tumor on my liver, and my sibling, Bubba, kept asking me, are you sure they said a tumor? Are you sure they said a tumor on your liver? And I said, yes. Why? I'm not going to lie about it. It's in the paperwork that the doctors give me. And he said, well, didn't you hear Uncle Frank has liver cancer? I said, well, no, I don't know. I took them all off of Facebook when I was attacked in May of 2017. None of my family, well, my siblings, yes, of course, they did, but my other cousins that I had all on Facebook, I took them all down because not one of them, not even from my dad's side, but mainly my mom's side, I had a lot of them on them so I could know them again. I told them all to clear off from my life because not one asked me, oh my God, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Not that they owe me that, but being a blood relative, a stranger that I met on Facebook, we've been friends for close to 10 years now. She offered me her friendship, her love, her heart, her home, her support, something that blood relatives should have given me but didn't, but a stranger that I met on Facebook. And we used to talk on the phone and stuff like that because I had her phone number, she had mine. She took the place of all those relatives I removed from Facebook, and I haven't spoken to them since. See, a lot of people mistake my kindness for weakness. Don't do that, because I don't want to go back to that angry spot. But I did develop PTSD, and I'll do a video on that, why I have this explosive temper, but I'm not a violent person. But I do blame the landlords who are the mental clinic I belong to, who prescribe my medications for my mentality that I need. And it's their fault. And I tell them, well, now you have to deal with my outbursts of anger. If I start cursing at you, you all have to deal with it. It's not my fault. I didn't deserve to develop PTSD. I did not develop that attack. I didn't ask for it. I wasn't teasing the young man. I know how to fight, but I was just very weak, being diabetic. And my brother gets tired of hearing this, Bubba. But I'm going to put it out there. All I had for lunch that day was a can of tomato basil soup. And being diabetic, well, you got to have good food in you, solid food in you that's healthy for my diet. And all I had was soup and candy. I was chewing on gum a lot and sucking on lollipops. Cinnamon. Oh, no, the cinnamon disc. And sugar-free, but I was not weak. I mean, I was not strong enough to uh, fight him off of me, so he wouldn't have got the punches and the bite marks and the scratches and this very painful thing he did to my penis. I didn't know what he was doing because I was too busy, but I had to have a rape kit done on me so they could get the DNA from my penis. And the bite mark, I had 3 bite marks, but the other 2 faded away, and then the last big one is the one that's fading away finally, but it's still a trigger because when I wash my upper thigh part, it feels like it's still a fresh wound. So every day is a trigger because I shower every day. And I didn't deserve it. But I'll do a video on that again. I wish I would have kept it up. I had it put it up on my original channel on May or June of 2019. I had it up. And then my brother Bubba says, why you have that kind of video? It's not what your channel's about. And I listen to him because he's my older brother. I love him. I respect him, even though sometimes it doesn't seem like it. But yes, I do. He just shows his emotions differently than what I do with my sister and her with me and them and my younger brother. I can't say because I don't see him like I used to. We all live in different areas. We're here in Tucson, yes, but we're all kind of far from each other. Bubba and my younger brother are closer than we are to our baby sister. And they say, what do you call your baby sister if she's, 10 years younger than you? Sorry, baby sister. And, well, she is my baby sister. She's the only sister, full-blooded sister. We have other sisters that live in California that we don't see them either. I barely met them in 1994 is the first time I ever met them. The older of the two was very nervous. She kind of trembles like me, but I have it worse. So I guess it's from my mom's side that the tremors are developed from, but other than that, that's life, I guess. And I can laugh at my disabilities. I have to. I cannot let everything bother me. Like in the gay lifestyle, I don't do a lot of things that other gay men do. I have a mind of my own. I don't want to sleep with every man I see. I don't hit on married men. That'd be gross and disgusting and disrespectful to the wife more. Even though if I don't know them, but I know that they're married and have a wife and they want to mess with a gay man. Not this gay man, no. I could see a hot, fine-looking man. Doesn't mean I want sex with them. Doesn't mean I'm thinking about them sexually. I don't know what, I'm going to get gross here. I don't know what semen tastes like. I don't care to know what semen tastes like. That's not for me. That is for other people to enjoy, I guess, but not for me. I don't rim. I'm not into rimming. I don't want to try it. I don't want it done to me. Condom must be used or not at all. What else? I don't do a lot of, because I have my own prejudices against the gay lifestyle. See, and I'm gay. I don't have a pride flag. Like I said, the only flag I have is the American flag because I'm very proud American, and that's my given flag. That is America's most treasured, beautiful gift is to have the American flag, not the pride flag. That's for other people to display. I'm proud to be a gay man, yes, but like I said, I have my own prejudices against, and I might get hate for it from other gay people, but I don't give a damn. As far as devil worshippers or Satanists, whatever, I cannot, I don't have to like it, but I don't hate them. Like I said, I will respect them because that's their given religion. That's what they know, or that's what they decided to turn to. Now that I'm becoming Christian, I still not gonna judge anybody. That's God's choice to judge. I will never judge. Again, might make a remark, but if I realize or it's brought to my attention that I am in the wrong, I will accept the responsibility and I will ask for forgiveness from that person. Again, it's my choice, and I can only be clean if I ask God to make me clean. And Jesus Christ, to please come back into my heart, my soul, my life. They're the ones that matter. All glory be to God, right? And I have a friend that's also changing, and I'm not changing because of him. He kind of opened my eyes, like saying, no more of this, that, you need to change. And because I see them happier, and I choose to be happy too. And I think I am entitled, and I am very well deserving to be happy. And like I said, as much as I would love it to change overnight, the cussing, the anger, the all the pain I felt, I need to let it go. And I used to hear this saying in the mid '90s, "Let go, let God," but I could not comprehend what. I was just like, "What? Let go, let God?" And then to me, I was registering like, "Let go of God," like forget about God. That's how I was interpreting it because of my comprehension from a learning disability. But um, this is like come clean to the world that I'm changing. And some of you might say, well, no, we like your old way and stuff. I'm sure it's still going to be like that, but it'll be probably a lot more, I don't know how to say it, tactful or calmer. I don't know how to put it. I'm not there yet, but I would love, and I told Maria, one of Rosa's good friends, a long-time friend in life and on her channel, that I want to, I could understand the children's Bible, and Maria gave me some names of, and I wrote it down. So hopefully in January when I get my SSI check, I can finally order those two Bibles that I have on. I have them on hold, not hold. What do you call it? Reserve, like a wish list, I guess, because I'm not too sure what a wish list is, but that seems to be what it is, I guess. And so I plan to order those, and I plan to read them faithfully. Like I don't care where I get uh, spiritual advice from. I used to let Jehovah's Witnesses in my home, Mormons, to give me their testimonials and about, because I was going to become Mormon. I was almost baptized as a Mormon in 2014, I think it was. But for some reason, my baptism kept getting pushed back, pushed back, pushed back. I said, well, seems like they really don't want me to be Mormon. I got angry and I left. But see, I worked up all the way to I was going to be baptized, or at least I thought I was going to be baptized 2014, and it just never happened. So I said, well, maybe Mormon isn't the right religion for me to be in. Because in the 80s and 86, I was studying to be a Buddhist because I was trying to find the right religion. And I actually believe in a previous life because as a little child, I think the age of 4 or 5, have always been mesmerized by the Star of David. And when Coca-Cola first came out with the 2 liter and it had that black little bottom, I thought my dad could take it off and kind of like shape it like a yarmulke. I had a menorah. I know about the spinning the dreidel and stuff. I know about how Jewish people have this thing like on the door, and they rub it or touch it before they enter the door, and when they're leaving outside the door, they touch it for blessings for them that day. So I think that I was maybe Jewish in a past life, and that's why I was so mesmerized. And so, because I still have my Star of David, but I don't worship my jewelry. That's to me, it's just jewelry. And another reason why I say I don't like gold, other than my skin getting darker by the sun, is going back to watching the Ten Commandments as a little boy, and I watch it every year that it comes out. Except if I miss it, I get mad at myself because something I always enjoy watching because it teaches me of the times back then and how belief in God and the evils of back then. And another reason about the gold is because of that golden cow or bull, whatever it is, that Sodom and Gomorrah. Uh, that's another reason why I was rejecting gold jewelry. To me, silver isn't evil, but I don't worship silver jewelry. I like it to wear, but I don't wear it every day. I have uh, the Archangel Michael necklace that I ordered from Wish.com. It's thick, pewter, made of pewter. And before, I never believed that that I should pray to Archangel Michael. I didn't. The only one I pray to is Saint Jude, and that's one thing I will not stop. Even if I become Christian, Saint Jude, I don't want him to ever be taken away, because since 1986, I started donating to the Children's Research Hospital for St. Jude's cancer children. No child should have cancer. Not, no. That's one thing I want to make sure. So I could do my little part and do a little monthly donation of the money I send since 1986 now. And I'm not saying that for accolades or, oh, he does this. Not therapy, charity. That's not why. I'm just saying that reason why St. Jude is so important to me. He answers my prayers. If somebody asks for prayers, I do pray for that person. I kind of like to know the person's name and what their sickness is, so I can really concentrate and meditate hard in my thoughts and prayer for that person and the healing for them. Because if I just know that they're sick and who they are in your family or friend or whatever, to me, I feel will not be as powerful, but I can't speak because I'm not a saint here on earth, and I'm not a saint up in heaven. Saint Jude to me has been very good to me. If, like I said, I'm a prayer warrior for somebody else, but if people are going to pray for me, I really love and appreciate and respect that. And I do love that you're praying for me because you're like me or whatever. But other than that, I would prefer not to know that you do it like behind my back, like not let me know, don't acknowledge it to me until you see that what you asked healing for me or whatever, you see it in me in a video, then you can let me know, because if you tell me you're going to pray for me and knowing the symptoms I'm going through at that time and it does not happen, I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm going to get mad at God and Jesus Christ, and I'm trying not to be like that anymore. How can I call myself a Christian if I'm going to keep that belief of, no, the doctors healed me, the medication healed me, instead of God and Jesus Christ putting their love and faith and healing powers into the doctor's mind and giving me the proper medication that will heal me. But other than that, I will keep on having that negative belief that, no, the medication and the doctor healed me, not God and Jesus Christ. And I'm trying to get away from that negative thinking that it's not from our Heavenly Father and our good Lord, who's going to be born in a few more days. And again, and when I try to see God, I mean Jesus Christ, when he was here on earth, even though I see flesh and stuff like that on me and fellow humans here in the earth and stuff, my mind can't comprehend, so I can only see Jesus Christ on land in his time in cartoon form. That's why I relate to the children's Bible more, because it makes sense to me seeing Jesus Christ like that, but to see him as a person, my mind cannot comprehend seeing him as like me, a man, just a long hair, beard, and mustache. And even his disciples, or whatever they're called, the prophets, whatever, I have to see them in cartoon form. Even the animals back then, cartoon form, colorful cartoon that I'm watching live. I know it's silly, but that's the way my mind thinks and operates, and I can't change that. That's, again, the way I think. So again, thank you for whoever comes by and watches this pre-recorded video. I've never done a pre-recorded video. Usually when I upload a video, it's the day it's done, and the day that I uploaded. But anyways, I guess hopefully I can be an inspiration for somebody, and that's not, again, what I'm doing it for. I'm doing this change for myself, for my mentality, my soul, my life belongs to Jesus Christ and God, and no longer to the devil. I'm going to fight the devil every step of the way. I want to go to heaven. I don't want to burn in hell. Satan, you don't have me anymore. At least for right now, you don't. And I want to make sure you never come after me again. Amen. Okay, thank you all for coming by and watching this video. Remember, give me a thumbs up, share this video, and remember, be happy for me. If I see hateful comments, well, maybe it's better that I did it this way instead of being live and getting the hate and setting me off to get angry. So, because it said record video, and I said, oh, let me try that. And I said, no, it's not going to work. So let me see if I said, well, maybe recording this video, and afterwards I could still, if I see comments coming in, I don't know how that works, if it's going to work or not. But if I do, I'll be able to respond still. So thank you for coming by and joining this live chat. Well, pre-recorded live chat. Sorry for my bloopers of speaking, but we all go through that. So anyways, if I don't see you till next time I do another live chat, happy Hanukkah to all Jewish people out there of your religion, of Hebrew, or that's your language, I think. And Merry Christmas 2022 to Christians, Catholics, Mormon, anybody that believes in Jesus Christ and God. Many blessings to you. Christmas 2022. Okay. Love and peace always. This is Michael Finley, aka Michael the Realist. And have a blessed Thursday. Bye.